experience? Yes. I believe I've had my fair share of experience on the battlefield. It's why I feel qualified to trade hints with the next generation. Some would say that I was merely displaying my opinion, but they don't know what the reality of war holds. And only we do, those who've seen it firsthand. Did you know there are 5 kinds of aces? Those who seek strength, those who live for pride, those who can read the tide of battle, those who have been brought here by chance, and those who seek destiny in these skies. Those are the 5. And you? What ace will you be? Will you be one of these? Or will you write the rules to become a whole new one? I look forward to seeing the result. Good luck.
He was a fighter pilot they called Stormcaller Garuda. He was my colleague in the first days of the invasion.
Listen up. We have a major situation on our hands. A major squadron of Stroker bombers has crossed our border and is making its way here to Lotus Air Base. Apparently they intend to attack our base in an initiative to gain hegemony over the entire Australian region. Lotus Air Base is this country's last line of defense for the World Alliance military. If our base falls, no one will be left to stop Stroker from taking over Australia. They're using way too many bombers to simply destroy a base. They're likely targeting a few cities as well. Your mission is to destroy the squad of bombers and defend our base. Stroker's invasion must end here. Good luck. That is all.
to come down.
Base command. Guess all you boys managed to get up.
Stealth 1 to flight. Maintain current course. This is Stealth 2. Roger that.
Bearing 295. Strelkin bombers approaching.
No one wants to bail out in a desert like this. We're counting on you, comrades. You better have our pay ready and waiting, cause it's gonna be a fat paycheck today. With all them bombers and such.
That's only if we both get out of this alive.
Be ready to pay up. We'll be back before you know it. Stealth 1 here. Engage with missiles at long range. We'll use first contact to call their numbers. This is a hell of a way to start the year, I suppose.
Taking one more step and let it rip through me. I'm building up my nerve so you can wish me.
We are under attack. We are under attack. The bombers are taking hits. Shut down engines 4 and 5. We're on fire. This is it, boys. Squadron, attack. Let's go, Reaper. Goliath showing strength in Queensland again. MiG-21 here? This is not here. I missed. We lost an engine. We're taking severe pounding. Mayday, mayday, we're going down. Cannot control, cannot control. You can get through here. Third bomber down. At this rate, we'll get him.
All engines stop.
Attempt restart. Attempt restart.
Give them steel rain.
I'm shooting it like crazy. We've lost the lead bomber. Wait, it looks like the escorts were doubling as fighter bombers in case something went wrong. Clever bastards. Stealth 3 and 6, you're with me. Let's take these tricksters down. You, Stealth 6, the silent rookie from Sweden. Let's see what you got. Is here. We've underestimated them. All units, take evasive action. Whoa, this is a hell of a wake-up call for 2015. Close. He's still there? After that? We've lost all the last bombers escaping. Firing laser. You're all doing a great job. Keep the pressure on. We've lost all the bombers. Slash, retreat, retreat. Hey, Stealth 2, leave some for us. No time for that. It's every man for himself. Stealth 6 is on a roll. Look at him destroy everything. Stealth 6, you are most impressive. I'd like to see those stroking cowards report back to their generals about us.
Craft down. All units. Good work. And RTB.
Roger that, Base Command. 0, mate. I got a feeling you and I are gonna get along just fine. Buddy.
It was a hot and sandy day. Our paths always have a start. This was my first step on my new journey. However, I never expected it would be such a large battle. However, unlike most other journeys a soldier would take, mine was not of the orthodox at all. Mine would cross paths with countless others, potentially end in the immense unknown island where it started, and draw knowledge of history from countless locations and events.
24 years ago, there was a war that changed the world, the Gulf War, a campaign waged by coalition forces from 34 nations led by the United States of America against Iraq in response to Iraq's invasion and annexation of Kuwait. This was a decisive victory for the coalition forces, who liberated Kuwait and advanced into Iraqi territory together. Technology and tactics were revolutionized. And in that war was a pilot who trailed across the skies and disappeared into history. He was a lone mercenary who inspired both fear and admiration. This was the starting point for many of us. However, not all of us had our origins there. In 1925, an unknown spacecraft fell from the skies and landed in Victoria, Australia. It was quickly analyzed and its onboard computer warned us of a coming invasion. In 1994, that invasion was foreseen. The signs were becoming imminent that our Earth was seeing the end of its days if we did not act. Thus, the United Nations created us, the World Alliance Military, a large multinational coalition whose very existence is a closely guarded secret. Following the invasion, the World Alliance Military and its defense contractor, Yastreb Silver Enterprises, built a new cutting-edge weapon, the Raven Supersonic Attack Fighter. Based on a captured alien craft from the Victoria incident, it is humanity's only hope for survival. With a military to fight in the shadows and a super fighter to guide the way, we set off. In 2010, the aliens began to strike. Thanks to our efforts, the destruction of Earth was narrowly avoided. However, the war had nonetheless led to an emergence of refugees. To handle these refugees and keep the war a secret, special economic zones were formed by Yastreb Silver. By the end of the war, the Russian refugee zone of Verona still existed, economically supported by Yastreb Silver. After years of internal unrest, which started around late 2013 with the Yastreb Silver Company review, an extreme right-wing political group finally came to power within Verona on the 27th of December 2014 and took it upon itself to solve the vast economic crisis that had befallen Verona. Shortly thereafter, vast natural resources were discovered in the A6M region, and the Principality of Stroka, as they call themselves, invaded outwards on the 29th of December, recapturing lost Yastreb facilities in a blitzkrieg. These actions prompted both the US Armed Forces and the World Alliance military to combine forces and launch a counteroffensive against Stroka. That's where I come in. My name is Vida Kolswart, but my friends would know me as Zero, and my enemies would know me as a true ace. Oh, goodness me. I must have fallen asleep. Oh, what time is it? Oh, we still got plenty of time.
Everyone must have gone to sleep after that tiring mission today. Oh, but I can't say I blame them. Well, the General's still having his dinner with high officials.
I believe that today's operation was a major success. With a bomber fleet that large, it was surely their last ultimate attempt. I guess you are correct, General Strakovsky. We have indeed managed to look at what our opponent is really capable of. Indeed, an AWACS was not required for this mission, but for the rest it shall be. That's right, General Officer. Your AWACS unit will be providing support from here on in. Those bombers were confirmed to have 6 engines. Indeed, 6-engine bombers. That is way too advanced to be a normal terrorist group. Nonetheless, those fighter escorts did not prove much of a challenge for our fighters. We may be having an advantage there. It's reasonable. Intelligence from the Verona region suggests that these are not terrorist groups, but are in fact an expansionist group led by politics. A dictator. Yes, the dictator. He's been living under that code word for many years. It's true. Speaking of which, we were able to detect radio chatter from the enemy channels. General Strakovsky. Oh yes, Stealth 6. You're the one who grabbed all the glory today. Excellent work. The hard work is appreciated. Keep it up next time, too. 7. Is it alright if I just ask you a question? Go ahead. I heard the enemy was rather widespread across certain continents. In the sense that they use a lot of Yastreb facilities and stuff like that. They've drawn certain points in history to their advantage. Like they learnt about this, and they mastered that, where others could not. Is that true? Yes. Their command center is somewhere in Russia. A location in Russia? They only say one word. But even then, that word gets me a little agitated. It brings back distant memories. One word? Out of curiosity, if I'm able to know, what is that word? Avalon. Avalon? Be sure to get some rest tonight. Yes, sir, General Strakovsky. Good night, sir.
The General would have assumed that I would dismiss it as a mere code name. But in fact, I knew very well what it was, and what it would herald for me in the future ahead.